Has it hit you yet that this is the last go-around for you at this stadium, and the last time people are really going to cheer for you inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium?
Yeah, it's such a crazy feeling. I remember just yesterday, Tyler Mitchell and I were joking around, like, man, don't you remember going up to Stanford and me and him started next to each other for that first game? That was our first game as a Wildcat playing, and that was 4 years ago. And now here we are. Me and him are best friends, and we're going into our last game. As I say our last game, besides the bowl game, it's our last game as a Wildcat. It's such a crazy feeling. It's been a long ride, but it's gone by quick.
Well, that's exactly where I was about to go with that next. This is the last game here. A lot of emotions, I'm sure, but it's not the last one like it was last year for the seniors last year. What does it say about this team? It's been able to bounce back, and you're coming in this week with 7, looking to get 8 instead of 5, trying to scrap to 6.
Yeah. Last year was an interesting situation because we didn't know whether or not that was going to be our last game, especially for those seniors last year. We know that this isn't going to be our last game because we've already qualified for a bowl, so it's a little different in that regard. But at the end of the day, nothing changes. We're still ready for Iowa State. There might be a little bit of peace of mind just knowing that we do have another game after Iowa State, but at the end of the day, people are just focused on beating Iowa State.
Touch on it all about just this challenge. I know it's early in the week. Film study's probably not where it's going to be by the end of it, but this is a really good Iowa State front. Ranks number 1 against the run in the Big 12. How tough of a challenge is it to close out the year this way?
Yeah, Iowa State has a phenomenal defense. They've got some guys that I've been playing against for a few years now. They got a really good linebacker that I actually played against in high school. He went to Olathe North. He's a phenomenal player, and they got some really good guys in the secondary. They like to load the box, and they like to stop the run. They're a physical team, and I think they're a really well-coached team. They're not going to mess up their assignments. They're not just going to give up big plays. They're a defense you got to try to just kind of get 4 yards of carry, and just keep chipping at them and get it to the fourth quarter and just find a way to win the game.
You've been obviously a part of the blocking for James this year as he kind of transitioned that Ball State to Power 5 football. How did you see him change as a player?
Yeah, to see those guys change from spring ball to, I know not all of them were there for spring ball, but most of them they were spring ball, to now, to the start of the season even. He is. I think it was a little bit of a learning curve, different pace for James Gilbert. But once he got here, he just loved to bury himself in the playbook and get better every day. And, he has just taken off, and he's turned himself into a really good player for us.
You're a guy that's had your fair share of experiences in bowl games. You've gotten to play against some notable players, teams, things like that. Mm-hmm. James is a guy that this is going to be his first time getting the opportunity to go to a bowl game. How special is that for a player?
I think, it's special for all of us, and I can't imagine how even more special it is for a guy like James Gilbert. But I'm sure, I don't know if he's here today, but if you talk to James, he is 100% focused on Iowa State. Once we get that win, and then I think he'll start setting in for him. They're like, wow, this is a cool opportunity to go to a bowl game.